So we have a new classic fork unit for the shop here. This thing is most excellent. I actually know the guy that's been using it for the last, I don't know, 2 years or so. And this thing's got the reliability track record that's unbeatable. This thing is just fantastic. It always works. However, it does have a couple of little things that it could potentially use. It's missing this little plate right here. So that's actually the drive shaft, and if your shoelace comes loose, it's like the foot deleter 500. The alternator isn't exactly charging, even though it's new and it looks new, so figure that out. It's got an exhaust leak over here. It's more of just not an exhaust. That flex pipe right there is really badly cracked open, and so all the exhaust comes out. And when you look at the state of those fasteners, that's actually a bit of a problem to work out. Other than that, it's totally mint. It could definitely use a hydraulic oil replacement. It's a little grungy. You know, an oil change, the standard things. Interestingly, I believe this is the gas hole. And then this is the radiator cap, I do believe, but it says fuel spray may cause injury on what I presume to be the radiator cap. So that deems further investigation. And the fluid level, either one's not high enough to actually know. So first step is probably to get a battery charger on the unit, because it's a little sad at the moment. So as far as battery chargers go, I've got this unit, which is 3 amps. Not bad for like a tender maintainer, and because I'm often here, it's not really a big deal to just plug it in for a long time. However, it already had this unit on it, and it has this nifty little connector gadget. And this actually had that nifty little connector gadget on it before I deleted it 2 years ago to permanently mount it in a vehicle. So I guess I can't just plug it in, I have to like actually connector it. Still a little craft, but it's kind of the theme of this operation. What I really need to do is just troubleshoot that alternator and figure out what's going on. So it might not be that big of a deal. Where did that go? That's connected. Now we'll get some electrons flowing and some zip ties going. Okay, well, that's an unfortunate amount of zip ties, but you know, it's definitely not worse. So we're gonna call it good. Keep removing. All I gotta do to plug the unit in is just plug the unit in. However, that system needs a serious upgrade, and I don't actually plan to eliminate it. I plan to fix the alternator, but in my use case, I'm going to be like, turn it on, move, turn it off. Like, it's not going to run long enough to actually charge the battery, so it'll probably slowly go dead on me no matter what. So I've been able to confirm from a reliable source that this one is the gas hole. It's got a little filtery looking gadget in it, and I don't really know. Yeah. Oh, it kind of smells like gas. And then the back one that says fuel spray may cause injury is apparently the radiator cap. Now, there's not really any juice in it that I can see, so that's not helpful in deciphering that. What is helpful in deciphering that is you can kind of see, if you look back there, well, maybe not, a radiator. That's the radiator. And that's on top of it. So it makes sense that that's the water hole. And I think this is the hydraulic hole, which there is actually some hydraulic fluid reminiscent substance in there. So that checks out. One thing that's really interesting about this tow motor is actually these lift eyes There's two here, and then there's two more, one right there and one right there. And you can kind of argue that they would be nifty for, say, strapping the unit down in the front, but in the back, I've never seen lift eyes right here. So maybe because this unit was, from what I can figure, around the time of World War II, they could have been actually picking the whole unit by this. It's a pretty healthy lift eye, especially with 4 of them. But anyways, that's the new forklift for the shop. It's super nifty, and if you actually know the model number on this thing, please drop that in the comments, because right now the best I have is like a tow motor lift truck 40, so it would be rated for around 4,000 right here on the forks right here at a 0-inch load center, which is kind of odd. Anyways, that's the best I can figure out from AI and Google. So if you have a better idea of the year, make, and model on this thing, put that in the comments. But it's a really nice unit, and it definitely lifts a lot.